And welcome back. This is your teacher Wayne. I'm continuing my video series on the zombie shooter. Now we're looking at, following on from the last video, we had a null exception and I sort of left it hanging there with this null exception, things not working. Well, the reality is I've made a couple of mistakes. Two in fact. So just want to go through them in order because I think it's important to troubleshoot issues you get in Unity. These null exceptions are fairly common and you've got to learn how and not be afraid of them and learn how to overcome them, and you've got to figure things out. So we had a gun and we were shooting at things. Now in order to shoot at things you need to the ray that gets shot at, and I'll show you the code later, needs to hit what's known as a collider. Now we're looking at the zombie here. If you look, there is no collider, so we need to add a collider. So we're going to add a capture collider. I've actually typed in caps there, and as you see it turns up and it's actually, can you see this has appeared right at his feet. Now we don't want to shoot his feet, we want to shoot his torso. So what we're going to do first of all is we need to move that up. So we click on the Y here on the right hand side, tap in 1, moves it to the middle, and then we set the height to 2, and there you are. We've got what's known as a capture collider. Every time you shoot your gun and the ray impacts anywhere within that, I'll use my mouse not my finger because you can see what I'm doing, anywhere within this capsule collider, that will detect a collision, and that's will enable the zombie to take damage. Without this capsule collider, no damage. So can you notice the width is quite high? Now one thing we can do is we can reduce the width. We can do it, if you click on it here, if you move your mouse to the right, can you see you get this funny little symbol? You can actually start to adjust it, so I can make it narrow like that maybe to make it more realistic. But I think what I'm going to do is just, while I'm playing and testing, I'll leave it to 0.5, makes it easier. But one of the things you want to consider is doing that. So as I said again, this is the first step. We need a capsule collider so that when you're shooting your gun and you're shooting, the ray impacts and touches it, and that causes this collision. The collider is what detects the collision with the gun shooting the ray from the gun, which is the code I was showing you earlier, which is the find the code, this here, this ray has to collide with a capsule collider. Well, with a collider. The terrain's got a collider. There's a terrain collider built on. If you look on the terrain, we can have a terrain collider. And the zombie has a capture collider. No collider, no collision. Makes sense. Just make sure you get it so that it fits around the zombie. You can make it narrow if you want. You can change its radius to 0.25 to make it a narrower target. But obviously I left it mine at 0.5 just to make it interesting. That's one mistake I made, did not add that. The other one is make sure you've got your pistol, you've got your gun animation on, and your pistol set as pistol. It's important. And your zombie is importantly set to zombie capital Z. So player here, pistol. So basically you make sure you get your pistol so it links with the gun animation. You have your gun animation on the script there. So another thing I did, a couple of other changes I've made since I've sort of been playing to get it working, is this is all the same, this is all the same, this is all the same here. Now before I talked about ammo, what I noticed was I was using all the ammo up in one shot. What you want to do is you want to do it with this variable called shooting, which we set. You set shooting to true. You run the shoot animation. I put a little debug code in there. You don't really need that. I did that when I was trying to figure things out. If the ammo is greater than 0, reduce the ammo. You don't want to reduce the ammo. You've got less than it. Then we run the shoot routine. So you notice I commented out the shooting and the ammo because I put them up here. Now the stock coroutine is exactly the same, and in the coroutine, which is down here, I removed the GI because I didn't see the point of running it twice, and I set shooting to false. There you go. So now press play There we go. We've got no errors. I'm just going to press clear here. Now, can you see? I want to show you what's happening. Can you see on the screen at the bottom? Or you can't see. Give me a second. You want to look at, where's my thing? You want to see, can you see it says shooting? Let's see, I've hit the terrain there. Hit the zombie. Let's have a look at this here. I've shot the zombie 5 times. There you go. That's what I wanted to show you. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you get this. I'm going to scroll down here. Idle does not exist. Can you see for the zombie showing? And dead does not exist. So for the zombie, we've not set its animation up properly. So what we need to do is we need to sort out. In the next video, we'll show you how the zombie. Now, there, good. It's dead now, but it's still following us because I stopped it chasing us. So that part of the death works. So anyway, this is Teacher Wayne. I'm going to do some. Obviously, I've got to do some further animation to work on the zombie to get it responding correctly to its death. So I hope you enjoy this. I'm going to keep working on it. Please post, please like and subscribe. Please give me some comments if you've got some issues, and I can support you. Thank you very much, and goodbye.